evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. I'm Papa Boris here, playing some more Pathfinder adventures, and oh boy, is this gonna be a wild ride. I'm already thinking, like, am I gonna want to just, like, post a month straight's worth of videos of me trying and failing this next scenario, or am I just gonna give up at some point and beat it off camera? Because this is just total insanity. In the original version of this scenario, remember we had this annoying rule: if you defeat a monster that has a giant trait, roll a 1d6. On a 1, it's undefeated. Now, just to be super clear, this is not Obsidian, this is Paizo. This is in the original version of the physical board game. And just so we are all clear, this is terrible game design. Like, this is just bad game design principle application. It's stupid because while it does add tension every time you defeat a giant, you roll a d6 and you're like, oh my god, I roll a 1, but it's stupid because it's incredibly swingy. In my other game, my 6-player game, playing this, I rolled 0 1s, so it was just an easy scenario, but I did roll 3 6s. Now, if those 6s had all been 1s, I might very well have lost. So this is just stupid game design. It's really frustrating. It doesn't feel like you can compensate for it by skill. It's just you lose sometimes because you're unlucky, and sometimes you're lucky and you win, and that's crappy. I hope that Paizo has learned from this mistake. Well, of course, Obsidian went ahead and doubled down on this in the most ridiculous way conceivable. So now in the heroic version, everything is the giant trait. Giants are harder by 4, and on top of that, if you roll a 1, the giant is undefeated. So they didn't get rid of that. I would have loved to see everything be a giant and giants be harder by 4 without the stupid 1d6 bullshit, because that, you know, makes it harder, makes it a little more thematic, but this way is just dumb, so we'll see how it goes. I guess I could get lucky and just never roll any 1s, but obviously we're going to be rolling for every single monster now, so it's probably going to happen sometimes. This has a couple of effects, so number 1, of course, augury and scrying are even more useful than ever. Like, those are already just broken cards, but, like, this makes them even more important, so you don't have to fight things at all. But on the other hand, there's always a 1 in 6 chance after you defeat a monster that any scrying you've done in that location gets undone, so that can definitely become a problem. Now, in my other game, this giant was bugged, and he didn't roll a d6 upon being killed. However, there has been a patch since then, so it is possible that that has been fixed by now. We got a bunch of things that do damage to us. The dragon comes back, and then another henchman also does damage, so I gotta be a little bit careful. I could actually consider going for a favored card type spell, just because I'm going to want to be fighting with spells. But anyway, it's too late for that. So let's go ahead and, oh god, the giant lair. Valeros has to go here. I mean, he has to, because every single monster here is going to be more difficult by 6. 4 from the scenario power, plus another 2. And then, of course, he's the only one who can make that strength or melee check in my party, so that's a no-brainer. Nobody's really that great at going to the mountain peak, so we're going to leave that alone. Kira could close this location, but she's not particularly well suited to it, so I guess we're going to go here, because, I mean, I guess Sejan could go there, but, yeah. Alright, here we have a place for Sione and Lem. They're both good at the charisma. And there's a dexterity or acrobatics over here. Well, I guess Sejan should go there. He's my dexterity person. Neither Sione nor Lem want to fight endless bandits, especially because they're good. This is actually really hard. These freaking bandits, man. They're gonna be like what? They're gonna be like 18, and you have to fight an 18th strength monster at the beginning of the turn. That's crazy. So we need, like, someone like Mariziel would have been good here to evade. So I guess one of them's going to the garrison, which is gonna be to closing check of like 20 to kill the bandit in there. You know what I'm gonna do? Maybe I should just pair Lem with Sione, just so that, like, she can take on these checks. I guess we'll start them at the prison, and then we're going to move them elsewhere. This is 5 instead of 6 players. I do have a little bit more leeway. I'm going to put Lem right after Sione, I think, just because he's paired up with her. Other than that, I don't know if it's really significant. Yeah, we'll do them at the front of the order, since they're paired up, so that they can close the location sooner and maybe split up later. This is going to be tough. Okay, so we don't have Augury or Scrying, which is unfortunate. We do have Papa Xantus, and a combat spell, which is good. Yep, the Pixie. Alright. Oh, by the way, I also equipped some sweet-ass dice. So yeah, the Pixie's a good pickup. It's like a free extra explore here. I'm not gonna keep him around for the, you know, whatever like chance to evade thing. So this would have been nice to beat. I just feel like, man, I feel like beating this is just gonna take too many resources. Well, I do have a troubadour, I suppose. We do have a non-combat dexterity. Okay, because the reason I'm concerned is that normally with an ambush I wouldn't even give a shit. But the thing is, if I'm going to be fighting a monster that's a giant and his difficulty is increased by 4, and I have a -1 to every die, I might actually have a problem with that. On the other hand, I do have a wand of enervation, so fuck it. Let's just use the resources on the combat check and get the extra explore by fighting the monster. There's also a 1 in 4 chance I'd fight the henchman from the location. Alas, it was not to be. So now we fight some rats who we're getting a -1 per die roll on. I could actually go for a dexterity check here. Is that better than the combat? No, combat's got to be better, right? It's just got to be. Okay, so we're going to do the Scorching Ray. Lem should recharge a card. Oh, it's tough here. Very tough. You know, Lem should have just used Augury on this place. Although it actually would have whiffed, so I guess I'm not too mad that he didn't. What do I recharge? There's going to be damage incoming. I feel like I have to recharge these blessings. So we'll see. The dexterity one's good. The spell one might be good. Lemish 2's good. All right, I'm going to get rid of the Lemish 2. I feel like the closing requirements are going to be more important. Oh, hey, it actually worked right. It gave 1d4 for Lem's dice that he has equipped. All right, so I need to roll an 11 on these dice at the moment. That seems a little bit dicey. We're going to have, since Lem's up next, let me see, does anyone have like a crappy Blessing of Desna? Oh, Jakardros could work, actually. Yeah, no, I want to save Jakardros for something more important, or for something that's a little bit harder. Yeah, no Desnas. I could actually, why does it say discard instead of recharge? Well, let's test this out. Let's see if this recharges. It's supposed to recharge because she took that power feat to recharge Blessings of Sarenrae. So now we can roll. We kill the rats. Maybe. Of course, there's always a chance I roll a 1 there and they don't get defeated. Alright, let's recharge the spell. Now, here's the moment of truth. Does Kira get to recharge her blessing? She does! Okay, good. So, the Sarenrae type, it doesn't have to be the literal Blessing of Sarenrae, just any Sarenrae will do. I don't need help for the closing, so I'm going to use the Troubadour to just keep exploring. Ah, God, I could have... Fuck me, I could have, you know, cast Augury, but I decided not to. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do the Wand of Enervation here. Because making this check to cast spells is going to be tough. So we got a pretty good roll. Now Lem can recharge another card. Let's recharge the Blessing of Wisdom. Kira might need it, but she doesn't need 2 dice to close her location, so we'll just leave it alone. Alright, so I need to roll a 4 on these dice. That's a little bit dicey, no pun intended, because you could easily roll a 3, so I could recharge Poog on Kira's end. Yeah, we're going to recharge Poog. This is the perfect time for it, just to guarantee this kill. So Sione with her D4 strength bare-fisting the Goblin War Chanter. Hopefully. Alright, well, I rolled a 1. It has to happen sometimes. There's going to be so many monsters here. There's just no way to, like, always avoid it. So I'm going to cast... Should I cast Augury? There's only a 3 in 7 chance of actually finding a monster here. No, fuck it. We're going to keep going. So let's do the Blessing of Aurora, which doesn't have any uses in this scenario. Token of Remembrance. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't think my discard pile has any spells in it. So, oh yeah, and there's a hero power to bury something. Yep, we're going to be burying the token. I mean, I would have kept it. It would be nice to keep it on hand for fireballs. But, alas. I'm gonna use Papa Xantus. It's a little bit risky. I have a 50-50 chance of wasting the heal. Or wasting a heal, so I do waste a card of healing there. But I wanted to just use it, get it out of my hand, and get back, you know, through my deck. Okay, so there's 3 monsters in here out of 6, so I think Augury is worth using. And unfortunately, we don't get the best roll. I don't find the henchman. I also don't find both monsters. So obviously, the worst would have been if all 3 had been at the bottom. That's extremely unlikely. So that was just pretty close to the worst. Okay, I don't have any combat spells here. I'm going to be fighting something with my bow, which I'm not super excited about. But we'll go for it. And it's this lady. Alright, banish this card to examine the top 3 cards of any location deck. Banish this card to move to another location and explore it. You may not play this card during an encounter. Interesting. So we're going to be banishing it at some point in this scenario. I could also just keep it as a reach, as to, to fuel his recharge effect. Top 3 cards of any location deck. Yeah, why don't we do this? So let's just examine some place where it's important. Confirm this action. Nice. Let's see. What do I want to look at? The risk of looking at some place that I'm not at currently is that if the villain shows up in some other location, which it's likely to, it's fit better than 50 odds, then that location is going to end up getting shuffled anyway. So what we'll do is I'm going to look at Valeros' location. So there's 2 monsters on top here. Okay, what I'm going to do, I think, is, as much as Valeros loves to fight monsters, I'm going to have Sione cast Scrying over there. Valeros is there to protect against the villain reshuffling the location, and I know that I'm getting 2 extra explorations this way, and avoiding 2 fights, which are hard here, because remember, giants are harder by 6 over here. 4 from the scenario plus 2 from the location power. Okay, I'm not going to discard a blessing to keep exploring here. We're just going to end the turn. I think we made some pretty good progress there. Alright, Sage hands up. Goblin Warrior. Oh, yeah, this thing. Yeah, the Sage Hand's the only person who can handle this. There's a 1 in 10 chance he fails this every time he does it. I do have an Amulet of Life, though, so there's that. Okay, I'm probably just going to do just 1 combat check here. Let me see. If I do a Black Arrow Ranger like this, I need an 8 on these dice. I could then discard the Troubadour to explore again. The problem is, I actually want that Troubadour to help close this location. So, no, we're not going to use the Black Arrow Ranger. What we're going to do is just recharge. I'm just going to recharge all the blessings. Make sure I kill this thing. Well, there's always a 1 in 6 chance I won't. Yada, 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 yada. And, of course, if Valeros rolls a 1 in his location, that's really bad because there's those 2 monsters on the bottom. And then I'm just going to pass. These are all useful to me. The Black Arrow Ranger is useful. Oh, wait, I could use... Oh, shoot, I could use the Black Arrow Ranger to close. No, I made a mistake. Well, no. My whole thing about... Yeah, exploring again was predicated on not using blessings by using the Black Arrow Ranger instead. But maybe I could have used just like 2 blessings and gotten 1 extra explore out of this Troubadour. Because both the Troubadour and the Black Arrow Ranger can help me close the location. Vicious Trident +1. Oh yes, this is the trap card. This is very, very bad. It deals 2 unavoidable damage too, which is just awful. Alright, let's explore here. Half plate. Alright, don't really care about it. And we're gonna pop Shalelu, because no one in my group has any ranged anything or other. Blessing of Serenade. Hey, that's great! Oh, wow, I love this. But do I want to encounter it? I don't think I do. I think we'll send Kira over here to pick that up. Oh, she's at the frickin' caves. Oh, man. Well, we'll try. We'll try to come over here, see if it works. She does have +3 on her fortitude, so there's a 50-50 shot I can get out of here, and I do. Alright, so we're going to go here. We're going to pick up that blessing. Remember, she wants these because these are recharges for her instead of discards. I'm going to want basically all the Saren Rays in the deck for Kira. Have to bury something. Well, it's not too bad. I'll just bury one of these armors. I still have another armor to block the shit. And I'm going to just, let's see, do I want to... No, I don't want to keep exploring here. Fuck that. I don't think I want to make a... Well, strength or melee 10. So I haven't been putting anything in strength with this Kira. I've just gone all wisdom. I mean, I'm rolling a d6 +2. It'd be a pretty tough thing to close. No, I'm not going to do it. We're going to pass. Alright, so we got another augury. I could leave to augur some other place. There's no particular great place for her to go, however. I mean, I guess we could go to the garrison. Just to get augury going. The problem then is Lem's kind of stuck at the prison by himself. Does Lem have any combat spells? He's got an incendiary cloud and he's got a lightning bolt. But he can't use both unless he lays down the incendiary cloud early. It's tricky. So basically I'm just deciding whether to use the augury here and have it just be not very effective, or to leave and leave Lem alone. Alright, we're going to leave. This might be a mistake, but it's the mistake I'm going to make. I want to get Sione recharging her stuff as soon as possible, because with a 5-player game, there's a decent chance she'll, get it back. Okay, we got really lucky here. Okay, not really lucky. Really lucky would have been finding the villain with that. That would have been really lucky. Here, we get pretty lucky, though, that short of finding the henchman or the villain of the location, we do get 2 of the 3 monsters in the deck in the top 10 cards, which is pretty unlikely. So now there's just 1 henchman or villain and 1 monster, and hopefully the henchman is on top of it. Okay, this is actually not a bad card. The main problem is that this is one of those, discard it to reroll the dice if you fail things. Its a discard effect isn't that great, and Valeros doesn't really want cards that weapons that he holds in his hand. So I could use the monkey to just pick it up. The problem is then I'm not exploring with the monkey. You know what? I think I'm going to do this. There's a chance I will actually want this for Valeros. Even though it's a B deck card, it is pretty good. 2d4 plus 1 is really, really solid. I like that a lot. And maybe sometimes if he's only got 1 weapon in hand and doesn't need to discard it, it's nice to hold it. In the last scenario, there was a time when he ended up being without a weapon. Okay, I don't think I need to do anything with Sione again here. We'll just pass. I'm trying to use time as a resource because my actual resources are so important on these really difficult scenarios. We got Gazra. Anybody got a Gazra? No, she has a Norgorberger. Okay. So Lem's kind of going solo here. Oh, that's bad. That is bad. So he can't use weapon or spells, and he's rolling a d4 to try to hit a 12. So I think we're going to have to make this wisdom check is the thing. Does anybody still have any of their blessings of wisdom? Oh, we got rid of them all. No, Kira has one. Okay, we're going to go for it. I think Lem needs to, indicate that he wants to do it, right? Yeah, let's try this. So he has to make a wisdom check. So there's 2 dice, and I think 1 more dice is needed here. Oh, no. I'm just going to recharge a card. Okay, I don't need Major Cure yet, because I'm doing fine, so let's do that. Okay, so now we need a 6 on those dice to break through. Excellent. And maybe I should have used the bow instead of using the... What if I do this? Can I pick the bow instead? Yeah, it lets me choose what I'm using. Yeah, let's do the bow instead. So now I'm going to recharge a card. And this is tricky because there is a bunch of stuff that deals auto damage, and Lem gets really wrecked by damage, so I don't want to get rid of the Sahedron Medallion. But on the other hand, what do I get rid of? I definitely don't want to get rid of Lightning Bolt. Incendiary Cloud can be useful. I guess we'll just get rid of one of these blessings. So we'll do this blessing, and now let's think. I need a 9 on these dice. Does anybody have a Gazra? Oh, hang on. She can use her Sarin Ray, which is a recharge. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so that should be pretty safe to hit a 9. Very safe, okay. Of course, there's always a chance that this is undefeated, which is bad because there is a monster in the bottom, and it's what happens. So that Skull Ripper is back in action, and we used a whole bunch of resources to basically do nothing. Fuck. Oh, God, I hate such bad game design. It's just killing me. All right, so Sageham's only got 1 blessing here, and, okay. Well, this is not the kill the ogre. This is the avoiding the damage thing. So, yeah, we're going to have to go all out a little bit here. Going to do this. Going to pop my Samison here. Going to pop the Black Arrow Ranger. 13. What am I at? 11, 14 and a half, 17. It's only 4 bigger, but it is a lot of dice. What is this one? This is Callistria. I don't think anybody has any Callistria. So we can do agility. I'd rather use the agility to close the location, though. I'm going to just roll this. I have an Amulet of Life if I get hit, and I need to conserve my resources somewhere. Okay, now the one thing I don't need here is this Sage. I'm fairly unlikely to find another monster here in this courtyard, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard the Sage and hope I don't get a monster. If I do get a monster, I get wrecked. Great Club plus 3. This is actually really, really good. So I have to make a tough call here because this will take a lot of resources to pick up. But if I'm going to be failing these scenarios anyway because they're so hard, I might as well go for it. This is a really, yeah, this is fantastic. It's a D10 plus 3, and you can discard it to add your strength die. That's incredible for Valeros. So I could just say, fuck it, we're failing this time, and try to get a 13. I would have to spend this and probably 2 other blessings to roll 5d6 to feel comfortable getting it. Yeah, I need 5d6. All right, we're going for it. This is very risky, of course. But I feel like if I'm going to be failing anyway, I should just do it. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't play any spells to get those Pharasma blessings online. But we're just fucking doing it. So, yeah, I don't care about barriers. So if I fail this, that would be, of course, very, very sad. All right, I needed every single one of those D6s. And do I want to try to transfer it to Valeros in this scenario? Not really. Do I want to discard either of these guys to explore? No, I need this guy to close, and this guy's useful to help other people's combat checks. I'm going to discard the club, try to draw more blessings. And draw more blessings I did. All right, what's happening over here? Oh yeah, there's monsters on the bottom. Actually, let me just hit examine to see if they fixed the bug. All right, they might have fixed the bug. I can still actually explore this place. Do I use spyglass? Oh god, bury a random card. Well, oh hey, I could do this. That's actually kind of handy. I mean, this is a really tall order, but dude, it's free. Rolled a 6 on my d6, so I actually got super lucky there. Okay, so what if I just reveal this? How are we doing? I need a 5 on those dice? Yeah, we got to go for this. I mean, you can't just like play blessings and everything when it's such a difficult scenario. You gotta conserve your resources when you can, take the die rolls, and just hope you don't roll ones. This is really, really important not to roll a 1 on any of this stuff, because if I do roll a 1 on it, then these 2 monsters on the bottom get wrecked, or get shuffled in. Okay, so Synderma, yeah, I don't mind encountering that, but I don't really think, this is some stupid promo card, it's pretty crappy, but I don't see a real need to, spend a blessing to fight her now. Again, I'm just going to use time as a resource. I've got the armor to block the damage. I can obviously kill her, and then I'm going to need to spend a blessing to beat the closing check, so we'll just leave it alone. And then Kira, of course, could just go back to the cave. She's got the wisdom to help close it, and of course she has Holy Light, plus the headband to do some good fighting. Alright, this is actually pretty solid, so we're going to use Holy Light here, obviously, and then I can reveal the wisdom for a +2. What do we got here? Milani. All right, so I need Melania Trump. Anyway, I need 12, which means I do need to play a blessing here. I think a Pharasma is a good time to use it. It gives me 2d12s, pretty much guarantees I make it. And Lem is pretty healthy at the moment. Okay, that would have been annoying to roll a 1 for sure. Luckily, I did not. So let's recharge this. It's not an auto succeed until I use my headband of awesome wisdom. And yep, let's close this thing off. Again, this is also not an auto succeed, but the wisdom makes it so, which the headband is great here. It saved me having to worry about a resource. I would have definitely played a blessing, because there's like a 1 in 6 chance of failure there to close it. It would have been awful. Alright, I'm going to recharge this armor. So I'd like to try to get more combat spells. Alright, I got a spiked chain and an aid. Alright, I don't see any reason not to do this. What is happening over here? Oh yeah, monsters on the bottom. I guess you might as well keep going. I've got the lightning bolt. Hey! Okay. So let's use the lightning bolt and let's consider our situation. So I need a 14 on these dice. Currently I'm at what, 10.5, 17? Yeah, it'd be a very light roll. I think, you know what, we're just going to use Jakardros right here. This is the perfect time. Those 2d4s are exactly what I need to secure this roll. Oh my god, did I make a light roll? No, every single die was like a 3, a 2, or a 1. That was just crazy bad luck on the rolls. No, my expected roll there was like what? 10.5, 17. Yeah, it was like 22 to hit a 14. So good thing I spent Jakardros, but damn, that was scary. Alright, so now we need to fight this bandit. I don't think I want to keep the Troubadour. It's definitely my weakest link. And you might be thinking, what about the spike chain? Well, the spike chain is what I'm discarding to make my fireball here. Hey everyone, sorry about that. So when I'm playing this game, I'm looking down at my iPad while I have mirroring software recording on the computer, and I didn't realize that the mirroring software just shut down around the time that Seone was closing the garrison. Luckily, we didn't miss too much because that was Seone's turn, like, right here. And then we missed Lem's turn, basically. I was commenting all the while. Lem fought a goblin war chanter and killed it with a lot of effort. And then, of course, it rolled a 1, so that was the second time the stupid war chanter evaded justice. Now Sejan's turn is up, and I just realized that the thing had closed. Sejan, on his first explore, finds the henchman at the location. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and myrtleate this thing. I don't really see any reason to hold back. I mean, I need a 16, so I actually do need to put all these things out there. Yeah, 60 times to hit a 16 should be pretty good. Maybe that was a bit overkill, but whatever. And hopefully we don't roll a 1. I guess I'd rather roll a 1 on some stupid Goblin War Chanter in a location that only has 5 cards in it, as opposed to, like, the Henchman here. And now I can close this. So the question is, do I take my chances here that I don't roll a 4? The problem is rolling like a 2 or a 1 fails. So let's take a quick look here. There's 60 possibilities. There are 3 that fail. 1, 1, 2, 1, and 2, 1. That's 3 out of 60, which is 1 in 20. So there's a 5% chance of failing, which is actually not as, like, solid as you might think. That's definitely something that will sometimes happen to you. I am gonna discard a blessing to make sure we close this. Then I guess I really didn't need to save my stupid troubadour, but whatever. Okay, so we're doing okay. We're half time left. There's a few locations that have just not been touched at all. And what's over here? Ah, yes, the henchman, right. But we got a lot of them closed. I don't see any reason not to just fight this henchman, so let's do it. I got the armor to block the damage. Kind of wish it was better armor, because I might have to bury it. I would have to bury it if she had rolled maximum. Luckily, she rolled minimum. Alright, I know I'm going to find more weapons, so we're going to discard this longsword. We're going to use this soldier as well. Somebody has a strength. Let's just use this to get it out of the way. So I need a 10 on these 4 dice. The expected roll is what now? 5.5 plus 4.5 is 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. I need a 16 to hit I need 16. I need 10. I'm averaging 16. And I could spend a blessing to ensure it. Stupid Desna is not rechargeable. Do I just go for it here? Save a blessing? Yeah, we're going to go for it. The odds are really, really good of getting it. Just wanted to see if I could afford to be cautious. Fuck! Oh, that's a bad... Well, you know, the bad one's going to have to happen sometime. Oh, no, I should have shuffled it. Oh, I'm an idiot. I just took a power feat to let me shuffle instead of discarding. That was really bad, because now I have to keep exploring that location, and there's, like, still 6 cards in it. It's, you know, better than there being 10 cards in it, I guess, but it's bad. All right, Kieran needs to go to the mountain peak. She's the only one who can make those wisdom survival checks and close it. So it seems like she's a natural. All right, this is banished on failure. I don't need to go crazy trying to get random weapons. Let's just take the free banishment and move on. And, all right, we're going to do a blessing here to get a move on. Okay, so I think she's proficient in weapons, so I think she can reveal this. Yep. Someone's going to have to help her out, because even with a reroll, this is not great. All right, Blessing of Gorm, I think, is good. That might not be enough, though, unfortunately. Here's where strength would have been nice. I need like a 16 or something. You know what, fuck it, we're just gonna roll. Just see what happens. Okay, that was a little lucky. Little lucky. Probably should have played another blessing or something. I'm gonna discard this Flaming Ace because it's just way worse than the Spike Chain, and I'm probably never gonna be discarding that Spike Chain. So we're just gonna pass here. Found a combat spell, that's really good. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna go fucking back to this prison because I need to close this goddamn place. I keep not finding the henchman here or anything. Alright, this thing is annoying because if I fail, it does not get banished. So we're gonna see, do I want to ever use Toad? I don't. So we're gonna go ahead and recharge the Toad. I need a 5 here. That's a little rough. What's this? Norgberg. Norgberger. Close. I don't want to look at Norgberger anymore. Oh, hey, there's Blessing of Abadar. Blessing of Yabba-Dabba-Doo. All right, so we're going to make this pit trap, and then we get an extra explore. This is such a huge swing, failing that or succeeding it. Fail it, it banishes and you explore again. Sorry, succeed at it, you banish it and you explore again. If you fail at it, it doesn't get banished and it gets shuffled back in there, and you don't get the extra explore. It's just awful. Okay, I don't really care about this because both of them have the Sahedron Medallion, so we're just going to fail this dexterity check and eat the fire damage. I should be able to kill Longtooth. Of course, it's a giant, so there's a 1 in 6 chance that it doesn't go away. Oh my god, she has fire damage resistance because I took that stupid power feat. Oh, yes. So she doesn't take any damage because it rolled minimum. That's hysterical. Okay, so we're just going to let this fail with Lem and use the Sahedron Medallion. This will block even the full damage against Longtooth, but also just a 1 is rolled. Still, I don't really see a reason to hang on to it. I mean, yes, if I encounter the villain later or something, but whatever. Okay, so now we actually do the fight. We got a Scorching Ray right here. Boom. Lem. I don't need 3 combat spells, I don't think, so we'll recharge one of them. So I need an 11 on these dice. Man, that's interesting. So 7, 13 and a half, 16. Yeah, I'm gonna just play this Blessing. It's fine. So that way I'm pretty much assured of killing it. I auto-close the location. That's like one little... Oh, wait. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. Please don't roll a 1. Oh, thank God. That would have been so annoying. So I auto-close the location, which is a small mercy here. And now we've just got... there's like one more really obnoxious place, if I remember correctly. You may shuffle an ally from your discard pile on your deck. Hey, cool. Come back in here, monkey. Monkey! Get in here! Oh, there's Yap the Pixie. I didn't even know that got healed. Oh, no, actually, we're fine. Oh, no, there's the fucking... Oh, the guard tower. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's just such a terrible location. Oh, shit. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go to the mountain peak. I don't know. Lem just can't fight those bandits. I mean, it's just bad. It's bad here, too, burying cards, but... Okay, that's how it's gonna be, eh? That's how it's gonna be. So I could actually leave this for someone else, but no, we'll just kill it. I think Lem can handle this guy. So I need a 15. Let's see. Do I want to recharge Medusa? Yeah, I'll just recharge the Medusa Mask. That's fine. So I need a 13 now on these dice. My expected result is 10.5, 16, 18.5 to the 13. So I am within range of a reasonable risk. I think Wand of Enervation would be overkill here. Anybody got an Aurora Blessing? Aha, you do. So that matches the top. So this is a recharge. Extra D10 should cinch it. That D10 might have made the difference, actually. Oh, God, please don't. Oh, I have to keep forgetting about this. Whew, okay, it's a 2. 2's not 1. Alrighty. I could recharge the Acid Arrow. No, that's dumb. I could also recharge the bow, because I've got all these spells. I guess I could just try to go without a weapon. Oh, yeah, I gotta make this check. Alright, you know what? We're gonna recharge the bow to make sure I get this. So I need to roll a 4. That's not quite good enough yet. Someone's going to play a Blessing, and I guess we'll use a Charisma Blessing since we already closed the Charisma location. Alright, still a little bit bugged, is putting out 2 of Sajan's dice instead of just 1, but alright. So we close this. I'm actually going to get to Scout, which is kind of cool. That's the only time I'm going to do it, because we don't have a Miri running back and forth here to reuse the scouting potential. Let's take a look at the Guard Tower. Spike Chain +1. Man, I must have a lot of those Spike Chain +1s. We really got to get him out of the way. Okay, Sajan. He's not the greatest at fighting persistent bandits, but he's also terrible at closing that giant lair. So I guess we're going to just pile drive the guard tower. If we all go here, then nobody has to, you know, deal with this shit. So we already picked up a spike chain earlier. Sione used her monkey. I don't think I'm going to need 2 of them. That's pretty certain. So let's just get rid of it. One thing I did forget to consider is the fact that maybe Kira would want the spike chain +1. She does have weapon proficiency, right? Or did I not? I don't think did I do that for her? I did. I gave her weapon proficiency. Okay. Anywho, so do I play a Blessing Explorer again? Torag. Well, because it's a rechargeable one, I will do it. If it wasn't a recharge, I wouldn't have. This is a garbage ally. If I could like just delete them from the box, I would. If they were treasure chest cards, I would salvage them 100%. And then we'll leave it at that. Okay, Valeros would have already closed this thing ages ago if the thing hadn't rolled a 1, as it is. Alright, well, I guess I gotta be grateful for the small mercies. So, I find the henchman on top again. I only take 1 damage, so I can recharge the armor without having to discard it or bury it. Got a Bastard Sword +1 here. So what I need a 14. You know what, F it, let's just pop this. Blessing of Lamashtu. And, do I use Strength? No, I'm going to save Strength to close that guard tower. Chances are whoever's closing the guard tower is not going to be that good at Strength. So I feel like saving it for that purpose is the most useful thing. Oh my god, that was sort of close. Okay, please don't be a 1. Just please. Okay, I'll take a 6. Okay, so... No, I should shuffle it. God, I'm terrible at this game. I force a habit. I always keep clicking... Anyway, so again, it's tempting to play that strength spell here because it doesn't cost a resource, but I think that's going to be more important later on. So we'll just use your own Blessing, Valeros. That way you draw another card. There is a 1 in 100 chance I would have actually failed this roll. Luckily, it didn't happen. Okay, so we're just beating this the old-fashioned way. The last scenario, I got super lucky, found the villain while everybody was all spread out, and I just, snap judgment, was able to close everything. This time it's a little different, but we're still probably going to make it because the location is the only one left, the guard tower. We're going to cure, I think, just cure herself. She's got 5 cards in her discard, so even if I roll maximum, I still get the full benefit of it. Actually, no, I wouldn't have. That's wrong. If I had rolled a 4, I would not have gotten the full benefit. I would have wasted a heal. I probably should have targeted Lem with the major cure and herself with regular cure. He's got a major cure as well. Alright, screw it. We'll just have him target Kira, I guess. And also roll minimum. Nice. Very nice. I don't care about this. Sure, I will recharge the Troubadour, I guess. Wait a minute. I think a naked D6 is just, like, literally not as good as using his hero power on it. Wait, why am I getting a D6 and a D4? I don't care. Whatever. It was gonna be fine. Yeah, I was gonna make it anyway. Alright. So, with that out of the way, Kira has a combat spell. There's only one location left, so we're just going there. This is a bit of a... What? Air server! Air server! Air server, you have got to stop letting me down. The fuck is going on with you, air fucking server? Okay. Rebroadcast services. 1 second, folks, please, while I deal with some technical difficulties. Yeah. Come on back in here. Yeah, I don't know why it's closing, so that's pretty lame. Anyway, so yeah, she's here. And Sage has only got 2 cards in his discard. There's no point curing, so... That was weird. It wasn't highlighted. We got a garbage card. One thing I have to say, though, it is nice that in this scenario I got a pretty inconsequential scenario power. Definitely now, I think the worst ones are the ones that make checks harder, because a lot of the heroic powers for the scenarios make the checks harder as well. So when you have a card that, like Driving Rain that makes everything harder by 2, or, like, stuff like that, that's just the worst. And then, of course, the ones that reduce the number of blessings you have. The ones where you have to, like, bury a card or something like that, those aren't nearly as bad. Alright, so by pure coincidence, the villain happened to be in the very last location, so actually saving strength was stupid. I should have just used it because I'm not going to be closing this place since the villain's here. Yeah, so we're just trying to find the villain. This is actually kind of nice. This will be a free explore. She auto-picks that thing up, and it's not even the sort of card that makes you bury a card. Cave Bear. Alrighty, well, sure, we'll do Scorching Ray. And Lem is not here, actually, so he cannot sing his Song of Sixpence. Do I use the Wand of Enervation? What do I need? I need a 12 to get this. You know what? Screw it. We're just going to do this the old-fashioned way. Let's do this. Let's poog up. So now I need a 9 on those 4 dice. One of them's a 12. We should be good to go. Oh, yeah, well, we should be 5/6 of the way good to go, is what I mean to say. Alright, if she found the villain here, it wouldn't be the greatest, because she would have to be fighting it with her fireball. On the other hand, we got a bunch of blessings here. I was really conservative this run, because I was expecting this to be harder than it was, and it was pretty hard. But because the wild card power wasn't consequential, I feel like we can just... Yeah, I think we can just keep going and beat it with a fireball. I do have the Wand of Enervation, so I can lower the things, the guys... What the hell is this? Oh, you can bury a card to succeed. Right, no. That's their nice hero power. Haven't managed to use it yet. Not particularly concerned about it, though. Ambush! Okay, if I don't make this, then I am actually going to fight the villain, because it's the only card left here, with a -1 to all die rolls. We're going for it, folks. Let's do it. Let's make it fun. I mean, if I fail, there's still only 3 cards left here, because the ambush is buried. And I don't know. I guess the villain does deal damage to everybody at the location, so it's going to be a hand wipe for 2 other people, Sajan and Kira. But I think we could make it because there's only 3 cards in this location, and all the other places are closed. So Valeros just to come in there and get her done, and we'll be fine. So it's actually kind of cool that the dragon rolled minimum damage, and Sione had the fire resistance, because if either of those things had not happened, I would have already used my Sahedron Medallion. But because I still have it, I get to block this damage. And maybe that was a reason... Well, no, if I hadn't had the medallion, this move would be much stupider. That's for sure. Because then she might have ended up having her hand wiped, and then she wouldn't have been able to throw a fireball, and then Kira and Seijin would have both taken a bunch of damage, so that would have been like 3 hand wipes. Unless Kira happens to be holding some armor, which I don't think she is. Yeah, that would have been really, 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 really bad. Alright, yeah, she has no armor here. She's taken a beatdown of epic proportions. Okay, well, luckily what we're going to do is just get rid of everything but the support cards. So I can cure afterwards in case any shit goes down. Alright, so we're going to bury the wand. We have to play the wand first, so we reduce the difficulty of the check by 8. Wand of totally fair and balanced over here. And then we're going to do the strength, and we're going to play a blessing. Keep in mind, every die is at -1 because of the ambush. Oh, am I going to have enough here? Ooh, any check by a character at your location. Nice. Alright, so now we're starting to get into the negatives. But a Blessing of Lama Stu adds 2d12s here. I think we got this, even with a -3. Needing to hit a 20. I'm rolling 70 12s, and I'm trying to hit a 20. Plus there's some other stuff there. Okay. Oh my god, they fixed the bug. Oh god, they fixed the bug. I can't believe it. Yeah, they fixed the bug. I mean, I guess I shouldn't, like, be incredulous. I can, in fact, believe that they would fix the bug of the villain not doing that roll. Alright, let's see some... Oh, wow, boring dialogue. Sione said something funny, like, destroy these lovely locks. I don't think so in the last one, but that was the last, like, funny thing she said. Tragically, no hilarious quips from Valeros or Lem were on display in this one. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe. And if you want to stick around for stuff here, let's do it. So, this is a card feat. And it's tricky. I don't know how many item slots I need. I wish you could see your deck from here. Because items are a really finicky card type. You know, sometimes you're just like, oh my god, I desperately need items. And then, but if you, like, have more slots, then it's just a horrid waste because a lot of items are bad. Like, there's good ones, and if you get the good ones, you're, like, desperate for a place to put them. But if you don't actually have good items to fit your slots, like, the next level down is awful. And you really would rather have just had, like, an extra blessing. Or an extra ally for extra explorers. So let's see. We can rule out weapons because that's dumb. We can rule out ally because you might as well just take blessing. So it's really down between items and blessings. I'm going to come back to that later. I don't know. For Lem, he's already got 3 items. So what's he got? He's got like the Sahedron. He's got a Medusa Mask. What I'd like to do is pick up some orbs. This party hasn't been running into any of the orbs, but until I pick them up, they're not that useful. I'm getting another card feat at the end of the adventure, so 3 scenarios from now. So I'm just probably not going to do items right now. I feel like I'm not actually suffering for spots to put items in. And people are still carrying around Thieves' Tools. So we're going to take a blessing here and a blessing here just for the extra explorers and the extra support. Seijan's maxed out on blessings, so we're going to keep it simple. We'll just take ally for extra explorers. And then Valeros, it's a tough one. You know, he's kind of been running out of weapons. I'm going to take a 6th weapon for him. For Kira, she's maxed out on spells. I remember her wanting an item real bad for some reason, though I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, so she can carry something besides the headband. So I will take an item, not for the sake of the party, but just so that she personally can carry an extra headband. So just because I want her, like, individually to be able to have more than 1 card. Alright, so there's a spike chain. Token is obviously garbage. Yap and the Mercenary are pretty bad. Although, I don't know, maybe the Mercenary is better than the Troubadour at this juncture. Yeah, I don't care about the boon banishing, and the combat might help. Alright, he needs a blessing. Shoot, so he needs an ally. I guess we're going to take it a Troubadour just for the extra explore. He's got this great club +3. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Man, I'm so glad I did that. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, he's got a Frost Longbow. I guess I shouldn't have worried. Lem was going to be okay. Okay, and Valeros does have the power feat to be able to use this. I just haven't been drawing it. So, Spike Chain +1 I think is better than a Bastard Sword. This is a D10 plus D10 plus 1. This is a 2D4 plus 1. Let's see, this is 11 plus 1 is 12. This is 6. Okay, that's actually pretty bad. But 6 with a reroll. This is... You know what? I'd rather have the reroll then the 4s counting as 5s, I think. So Valeros has a couple of weapons. Yeah, the Impaler and the Spike Chain are both not the greatest for him. What is Kira wielding? You know what? Fuck this Flame Mace. This thing's terrible. Oh, and the Spike Chain is terrible too. Jeez. Okay. So we do have places to put some of these weapons. She can take the Scythe +1. And I guess then we're out. Shoot. Yeah, I guess she's got to hold on to this Flaming Mace. Crud. I'd like to have another good weapon for her, but unfortunately that would entail Valeros taking the Spiked Chain and giving her the Impaler or something. Yeah, it's pretty lame. Alright. So she needs another card. Didn't somebody hold... Oh, yeah, so Lem was holding on to a Zahedron Medallion for her. Shoot, this token is a really bad pickup. I would have been able to take an item out of the box, so I could have taken, like, another Spyglass or something, but instead I'm stuck holding on to this token. And then she has an extra blessing, so she's got to keep the Saren Ray, of course. And all these others are different. Guess we'll get rid of an Intelligence Blessing, give that to Lem. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is, for Sayoni, taking a blessing, she will take another blessing of Saren Ray, and then eventually we'll just pass that over to Kira. I've already got the favor of Saren Ray. So yes, there's 3 left in the box. So we're going to do a little bit of shenanigans here. Before starting the next scenario, we're going to go back to... Oops, not Manage Party. We're going to go to Manage Decks. So Sayoni just added the Blessing of Saren Ray to her deck, but then she's going to take it out and switch it with one of Sila's blessings. What doesn't she have? She actually doesn't have... Oh, she has the Pharasma, so we'll give her the Iomedae, I guess. Just to try to keep everybody with some variety. And so now, Kira has 3 of her 7 blessings are rechargeable, which is pretty cool. Hopefully I'll be able to pick up some more at some point. Anyway, that'll do it, folks. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.